Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all my dear friends of Dost of Destiny and those who are watching me. As the festive season has kick-started with Ganesh Chaturthi, then Dashera, then Diwali, Venus is on the Gandanta and it is ready to cross the Gandanta of Aslesha Magha and enter Leo. Yes, this transit will happen soon and it will start on the 30th of September when Venus, the planet of love, extravaganza, relationship, goodness, all the prosperity, Devi Lakshmi actually, who is then at that time will be in Gandanta of Magha and Aslesha and hovering in the Gandanta for this last time. As it had been in Leo, it had crossed back to Cancer. Now this is the last time after being retrograde, combust by the sun. Now it is free from all these effects and it is returning back to Leo with its strong presence. Now in this transit, Venus in Cancer, I call it as a sign of going into deep within, knowing inside, because Cancer is also healing. It's the nourishing touch of the mother. So I think Venus with our relationships, with our prosperity, abundance does the healing, because without the healing no abundance can be reached, and that healing happens within us. Now, as it has fought its battle in Aslesha, it will very soon come into Magha, and in the Magha, that is the throne. All the adversities that it has fought in Aslesha, now it will get its result. It has been given the throne, the almighty Magha throne. It is the throne of a king, and Leo is the sign of the king, the sun's own house. Though Sun and Venus are not friends exactly, but Venus being a royal planet, classy planet, it has one of its best nakshatra in Leo. Though it may not feel 100% very comfortable in Leo, because first thing is that it's a fiery sign and it's all fired up in Leo and it's a new beginning. Magha is the main essence, is the starting of a new self. That is how that Magha nakshatra is so important. So now Venus wants a new perspective of you or your things or your whatever houses Venus rules, starting from Magha, and nearly we can say a new cycle is starting. So let us welcome this transit. It's a full 1 month transit, 2nd of October to nearly 2nd of November. Venus will be in Leo. Let us see what it will bring for all the 12 ascendants. Lakshmi, the planet Venus, the house of treasury, the wealth, the prosperity, the abundance that it bestows on us, is traveling from Cancer to the sign of Leo. And this is a final transit of Venus. It will not come back or go again retrograde, which it has already done. A long time it had been hovering in the Gandanta zone of Aslesha and Magha. Finally, it is coming back to Leo, and it will make its presence very much felt over there. This transit will start from the 2nd of October to the 1st of November, a full 1 month. Usually Venus do not stays for 1 month or 30 days in a sign. It is like usually the transits are 25 days or nearly like that. Now full 1 month in a sign, aspected by Saturn and Jupiter and also Rahu. because Rahu is not making a move out of Aries till the 30th of October. So all the three planets are aspecting Venus. Now we have to understand the Venusian quality has to be at its peak in Leo, because it has a very prominent full range of nakshatra fully placed in Leo, that is Purva Falguni. But the problem, a little bit glitch, is that it is being aspected by Saturn, by Jupiter, by Rahu. Saturn, Jupiter being retrograde. So some of the qualities can feel a little dimmer in this transit. Whichever planet is crossing Leo till the next 30th of 2024 April end or May month, it is having an aspect of Saturn and Jupiter both, and now both these big planets are retrograde. Nonetheless, now Venus has been fighting a war in Aslesha. War of what? The war of healing from within. The war that has been created or may have been created, some emotional outburst because retrograde it went, it became combust in Cancer. It could have been relationships could have gone took a toll. It could have been. Now after fighting all the war, after having all the emotional ups and downs, it is coming in all its battle that is fought in Aslesha. It's a battle oriented nakshatra. From that battlefield, it is coming to Magha. Magha is the throne, where you get the throne after winning the war. In Magha, the throne is given, Venus will be given the throne, but it's a Ketu nakshatra. So it has to be a little wary also, because Ketu is not exactly the position for relationship and treasury, wealth and extravaganza and all these things. But nonetheless, Magha is a very royal throne. It is a royal nakshatra, and most effectively it shows the eye, because Magha is where the king has arrived in its own house, Leo, the abode of the sun. Magha is very much concentration on self, because it has duties to perform, because the throne has been given. Now Venus can do over here lot of contemplation and lot of also carrying out the things which it had been healing in Cancer. So it is in a mood to do some things, some work regarding the house where Leo is in your horoscope, and whichever houses Venus controls. Next, from Magha it will move into Purva Falguni, which is its own nakshatra. Purva Falguni is all about potential of creation. It is a very creative nakshatra. And from the duties that a planet has to perform in Magha, Purva Falguni is about the, rejuvenation, reinventing, sitting back a little bit after the duties have been performed in Magha. And here the essence of the king comes out. It's a very luxurious nakshatra. That's why Venus owns this nakshatra. And that's why it is like the chair of the king, where you sit and contemplate a little bit. You take back a little bit, because all work and no play really do not mean much. After a lot of duties, after a lot of war won, we need to sit back, contemplate, rejuvenate, create that creativity should be again brought up. New thoughts should be brought up. Purva Falguni is an extremely creative nakshatra. Here one can think about the creativity, all the art, culture, dance, drama, whatever needs to be performed, the luxuries, all these things can be thought of, and then it will move to Uttar Falguni. Uttar Falguni is about all the confidence, the self-assured Venus over here. Till Uttar Falguni, Venus will have a very good run, I feel, in this fiery sign. Though it's a fiery sign, but still, Venus being such a prominent planet of class and royalty, of extravaganza, it cannot give miss to the sign of Leo, which equally has that kind of energy. But yes, the duties of the king are also there, so it will be more pragmatic in its approach. Now from here, as Venus comes to Uttar Falguni, it is all about with the people, getting along with the people, rejoicing, having the self-assured confidence that yes, I know what to do because I have done the contemplation and I have gone, I sit back and relax, now I am good to go. But soon it will be going into its point of debilitation also in Virgo in November. There the Venus will be a little confused because the original 6th house, and that we can talk about a little later. As of now, 1 month of Venus in Leo. Let us see what it has got for all the 12 ascendants. For the Aries ascendant. For the Aries ascendant, Leo is the 5th house and Venus will be now traveling from the 4th to the 5th house. Venus usually works well in most of the houses other than the 6th, 10th usually. It works in other houses, it usually does good. So in the 5th house, it is the house of love and progeny and higher status and all the good things. It is the ruler of your 2nd house and the 7th house. So you can have this 1 month of full blast with your loved one. Especially if you're in a love affair, you can feel it all fired up in this sign. And it will feel really nice. Status or your status in the society can also increase. Suddenly you can see that you are getting noticed by the higher strata of society. You can have delicious food, you can have a very good luck charm, the ladylike luck will shine on you. Anything you want to do in the near future, you can discuss with your partner or your would-be, and you will be really having a good and love time with your progeny at home. I feel that the 5th house Venus is a beautiful transit for the Aries people. Usually this Venus transit is good in all its grandeur. Only thing is that it is being aspected by Saturn from your 11th house. So, and also Leo and also Jupiter from the 1st house. So Leo is getting both the aspect of Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter aspect on Venus is okayish, and Saturn will get some restrictions maybe, but nevertheless I feel that Venus, because it is so much a luxury planet, a little bit of restriction, a little bit of expenses control, because whenever Venus is very free and to do the best things, it gives us a lot of expenses also, because it is a luxury oriented planet. You can spend on your progeny, you can spend on your loved one, you can give proposal to your lover, all these things can happen. It's a blessed transit, fellows. Please enjoy it for 1 month. Next come the Taurus ascendant. For the Taurus ascendant, Venus is coming into your 4th house. 4th house is all about the heart, the home, the feel-good factor. You can feel very happy within. Suddenly, because it's your Lagna Lord. Yes, 6th Lord also, but when Lagna Lord is a 6th Lord, it is not bad. We don't consider it bad. Some oppositions can be felt because Saturn is there in the 10th house, Jupiter is there in the 12th house. It can happen because Venus is getting the affliction or the drishti of these two planets, but nonetheless it's a very good transit because Venus gets its Digbala strength in this 4th house. It is the nourishment of the house. The 4th house is all of the contentment. You can feel very happy from within. Some joyous function can be happening at the home front. If you want to buy some luxury items, from decorative items, some cars, some extravagant things for your home purpose, you can do that. It's a good time. If you want to kickstart a business from the home, if you're sitting at home and starting a business, that could also be done because it's your Lagna Lord in the 4th house. Saturn is also there in the 10th house. It will give you a measured approach because this Venus is also the Lakshmi at your home. If you want to do a Griha Pravesh, you can do it that time. You will feel really happy and contentment from within, and you can start with a new you. Because see, when the first Lord is in the 4th house and it is looking at the Aquarius sign in the 10th house, you can start a new you. This is the best time, whenever. Why to do late? If you want something new, go for some new business, some new project, sitting at home, doing something, teaching. Education also can do well, because Venus does good well with education also. We sometimes fail to understand that, but it does well, and especially being the Lagna Lord, it will help you in all this respect. So it's a very good transit, Taurus. Don't let it miss. Go along with it and make something for yourself. Now I come to the Gemini ascendants. For the Gemini ascendants, Venus is in the 3rd house and getting aspected by Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn is in the 9th house and Jupiter is in your 11th house. Now this Venus will give you a lot of prominence in the outside world. You are good to go. If you are in advertising, marketing, and you want to travel and you want to go from places, so it's a very good planet for you. It is definitely a very nice planet because it is the 5th Lord and also it is the 12th Lord. Some expenses, some big traveling can take place. You can be happy and you can have a merry-making party with your neighbors, and you can have new friend circle add on to your group. You can have a lot of fun during this time. As it is a festive season. You would want to travel, you would want to buy new luxury items, you would want to get new, shopping out there. So all these things are favored in the 3rd house. It is a very active house, and Venus over here will make you very active again and make you quite prominent. You can get a better proposal from the places where you're working also. Your communication will be very sweet, and it is in the 3rd house aspecting the 9th house, so you can go for travels also. Your neighbors will be happy with you. You can have a merry-making party time all this time in the whole 1 month. It's a very nice transit. So Venus does really well in most of the houses. So nothing much of a glitch. Only Saturn will be a little bit aspecting Venus because it is the enemy sign of Saturn. So do everything, but do remind yourself that there are limits to things also. Thank you. Next come Cancer. Cancer, the 11th Lord is going to the 2nd house of Leo. It is all about money. Mainly money. This transit will really give you a boost. If you have a dasha, Pratanta dasha, especially Pratanta dasha of Venus, then really this transit will boost your capacity of, savings your money. That is very important. 11th Lord, when it goes to the 2nd house, this is a fulfilling transit for adding up to your savings. So that is very important. Also, you can buy jewelry. This is ornaments. This is a 2nd house is all about the hoardings of the things that we want to buy. We want to keep it as a pedigree. We want to store it. It is our savings also. Savings may go up high. You can buy ornaments for yourself. You can have all the delicious food in this world in the festive season. Is the 2nd house. You will speak very well. Yes, Saturn is in the 8th house aspecting this Venus. Some things will be curbed, a little bit trimming here and there can happen because Venus is not exactly the best planet for you, and also Saturn is not. But Jupiter is also aspecting your Leo house. So I think it is a very good time for savings and all these things related to the 2nd house. You can have a party at home. You can get married also because 2nd house is adding on to the family. All these things can happen very well, and 2nd house Venus is usually very good. It gives a very close and loving atmosphere in the family circle also. So you can, all these things, adding on saving, ornaments, merry-making, having fun with your family, and also eating well and feeling very good from within, talking good with others, good education also. 2nd house is also learning. Venus is being Shukracharya. It can give you can read books, you can get knowledge also. All good things in the 2nd house. Only thing is that 8th house Saturn is there, so be a little wary of it, nothing else. Now, comes to Leo, the Venus is on the Lagna. It wants a new you, as simple as that. Because the focus is you. Because it is your third lord. Third lord is about communication. It's the 10th lord. 10th lord is about work. Though Venus represents all the luxuries, you want to look good, you want to go out, you will be looked, you'll get more attention. You will feel very confident from within, because Sun is also in good placement now. In the second house, it will be transiting, as Venus is traveling in the first house. So here, you will feel very optimistic, no doubt about that. But always remember, Saturn is there in the 7th house and looking at the Lagna. Its full aspect is on the Lagna, and it is retrograde also. Some events can crop out. You'll get favors from women also. Women will come into your life and give you favor. If you're a man, you can fall in love very easily. Relationships can happen. It will take on a fiery moment, and this is a good time for all these things. But be a little cautious, as do not go overboard. It is your 10th lord also. You can get many opportunities if you're in a business, some kind of business, then, or you're in sales, marketing, something like that, because it's the 3rd lord also. You can get a lot of opportunities over there also. So it's a relationship and also work oriented transit, and it's a new you that Venus wants to create for yourself. So what is there stopping you, Leos? Just go for it. It's a very good transit for 1 month. You can take the utmost of it. Obviously, remember always that Saturn is in the 7th. It is retrograde and it is very strong. So there you have to take some bit of caution. Otherwise, it's a very good transit for Leos as well. From Leo, we go to Virgo. Virgo, Venus is in the 12th house. Venus does good even in the 12th house also. So it is good in the 12th house, and it is your 9th house lord. So it is the Bhagyasthan lord, and you can feel that lot of money is going out. That can happen because 12th house Venus can make you buy, go to foreign destinations, buy a lot of things, which is a little bit extra your cost. That can happen, but it is a good transit because 12th house is a house of luxury, bed pleasures, and all these things. So go along with the transit. It is a good one. But take some caution also, because Saturn is there in the 6th house, and also Mercury was now being, when Venus will be in the 12th, Mercury will be on your luck. Sorry, it got a little cut off. For the Virgo people, as I was talking, the 9th lord is in the 12th. And so it will give you it can give you long distance journeys to foreign destinations. You can spend a good time because Mercury will also now transit on your Lagna, as Venus is in the 12th house and in the 2nd house also. And so this Venus will give you opportunity to spend money on good things, because in all the books, as we go through the transits, it is emphasized that Venus is one of the planets, very few planets, that does really good in the 12th house. But because it is expenditure house also, do look out for not spending extra money, because Venus is your 2nd lord also. So when 2nd lord goes into the 12th house, some extra expenses can creep in. That must be kept in mind, because Venus is a planet of extravaganza. It will want you to spend more on things, because you will get attracted to luxury things, good bed pleasures, good into foreign destinations, all good things Venus wants to give in the 12th house. So it's a good transit, but be a little wary, because it is your expense houses. So the expense needs to be under check. From Virgo, we go to Libra. Libra, your Lagna Lord. Your Lagna Lord Venus is now in the 11th house. it is a really good time for, gains coming in, easy flow of gains, because Lagna Lord, whenever it travels in the 11th house, it is a really prosperous time at that point of time. Because see, the money, maybe some money has got stuck, maybe you want some bonus, it is the bonus time, you get some extra money in your pocket, it's a good income, you can mix and mingle with lot of friends, new friends can happen, because Venus is women, you can come across very very attractive women if you're a man. So these things can happen for Libra people. It is a good transit, definitely. Saturn is there in the 5th house, so just be a little cautious about that. Otherwise, it is looking into your Venus, and somewhat it is diminishing the 11th house effect also, because your 11th house is Leo and Saturn is just anti-opposite to that house. But Venus over here will go and give some good start to that, build up the momentum of the 11th house. If you had been thinking that and it's the 8th lord also, so 8th lord into the 11th is sudden gains from inheritance can also happen, some tax benefits you can get, that can also happen, all is money related thing, Libra. So do enjoy this transit, and also higher networking, lot of people, lot of merrymaking, good things. 11th house is the desire house, so many desires, maybe some prominent desires gets fulfilled at this time, because Venus is strong at this point of time. And Saturn is not a bad planet for you, so though it is looking at Venus, it may trim and restrict some little bit points here and there from Venus, but all in all, it should be a very good monetarily a blessed transit for the Librans. Now after Libra comes Scorpio. Scorpio, it is your 7th lord and it is your 12th lord, and coming into the 10th house. Now in every text it is written that the 10th Venus is not very good, and especially Saturn is aspecting this Leo house. So you can get a new job, you can start, because Sun had also been transiting the 10th house. Now the 10th lord is in the 11th and Venus has come into the 10th house. Now if you join a job also, if some professional things are going on, whether good or whether bad, some kind of cautious thing needs to be attend to in this house. This is the first zodiac I'm talking about being a little more extra cautious about the Venus transit in the 10th house, because Venus it is like that, it does not feel very happy in the 10th house. You can get criticized, you can be over optimistic, but you can get criticism in your workplace, and also Saturn is aspecting this sign. There will be some restrictions, some hindrances, some problem faced, some not results that you want you will not get the exact result that you want, something less than that. So please handle it in a very cautious way, in a diplomatic way, because Venus does very good with diplomacy. So don't go out all in for a fight. Some problems can happen in the official end, in the workplace end, in the professional targets. These things can happen. But your 7th lord in the 10th, if you're married, or if you want to marry somebody near your in your professional area, that will get, maybe it can get a boost. Your life partner can get a boost, because the 7th lord transiting the 10th, some prominent things can happen with your life partner. And 12th lord also being in the 10th, 12th lord is about the some kind of losses shows, some kind of expenditure shows, some kind of traveling it can show, which you do not want, but it needs to be taken. So a little bit, but it is aspecting the 4th house. The 4th house is Aquarius house. Venus, when it aspects the 4th house, the heart can feel good. You can feel good from within. You can, though Saturn is sitting over there. That is one main problem. So, just this transit in the 10th Venus, be a little cautious for 1 month. That cautiousness should be taken into consideration, and you have to be diplomatic in your professional area. If you have got a new job also, if you are running a past job also, something new things can happen. Some newness that can trigger you can happen in this transit. When later Venus goes into the 11th house. It's a good transit, though Venus will get debilitated in the 11th. Some extra expenses, we can talk about it in November. But for this 1 month, just take this in your stride with Venus in the 10th. Sagittarius ascendant, Venus will be in the 9th house, and it is your 6th lord and your 11th lord. Now 9th house is the house of father, long distance journey, about spirituality, gaining knowledge. It's a good house. It is a good house, and Venus, it can feel good. Some good things with the father can happen. You can feel close with your father, though it is the 6th lord, not a very good lord for you, not a very good planet for you. You are being the Jupiter ascendant, but still Jupiter is aspecting this house. Saturn is also aspecting this house. Some fortune glitches if you had been feeling when Venus was in the 8th. If you were really confused with the relationships when Venus was in the 8th, because 8th house is a dark hole, and sometimes because Venus went retrograde and combust in the 8th house of Cancer, some emotional turmoils could have had happened. Now slowly you will come out of it, and 9th house is good for Venus, but yeah, it is the original Kalpurush Kundali, it is a Sagittarius house, but still Venus is not bad in a fiery sign, which I have found. So you can have long distance journeys, you can plan for journey, you can have, if any misunderstandings with father, it can get sorted. You can feel loved, you can feel that God has a blessing on you. You can feel rejuvenated. You can, deep realizations, deep spiritual thoughts can come from within, and you can feel fortunate also, a little bit fortunate, because it is definitely aspecting your 3rd house also, Saturn being there. Saturn does not work bad in 3rd. You can work with the energy of Venus, Saturn in the 3rd house, as both are aspecting each other now. So it is a better transit, if not very good, but it's a better transit also. So go along with it. You will feel that some blessing of God is showered on you, and you'll be feeling happy, and contentment and greater realizations will come from this transit. If somebody is aiming to go to foreign countries for educational purpose, this is the right time to go. This is the right time to apply. If you have a Venus Pratyanta Dasha, it is even more better. So get along with the transit and use it to your most capacity. After Sagittarius, we come to Capricorn. Capricorn ascendant, Venus is traveling now your 8th house after the 7th transit. Now 8th house Venus is again good. Wherever most of the planets do not do good, but Venus is said to be doing good things in the 8th house. But okay, now 8th house is a house of inheritance, taxes, insurance, because it's a yoga karak planet for you. For Capricorn ascendants, it is a very good planet. It's the 5th and the 10th lord. Very good planet for the Capricorn people. So if you were wanting money coming from sources which maybe you had invested, some tax returns, some insurances you wanted to come in, also from in-laws or from spouses, some kind of money was pending to be coming in, it will happen. Some property related things, if you were waiting for things like that, some selling or things, and all these money that needs to be coming in, that can happen. So because the 5th lord, the luck lord, is going into the 8th house, it will give a boost to the 8th house significance. And also only problem with this is that for the people who suddenly some affairs can happen. So some extramarital things, some kidney problems, some health cautiousness should be adhered at this position, because venereal disease, kidney disease, and stones, gallbladder, all these things, Venus has the has the capacity to cause problems in these areas also. So be a little cautious about those things. 8th house matters will get a boost. Some affairs can kickstart which may not be that healthy, but anyway, if it happens, it happens. So take care of that, because Saturn is in your 2nd house and is aspecting your 8th house. So Lagna Lord and the Yoga Karak Lord aspecting each other can really give some good results in this 1 month time. So hope this transit will bring some breakthrough for you for some money matters, because see, Saturn is in the 2nd house and Venus is in the 8th house. Both are money houses, and 5th house is the luck house. So it can promote your luck in these areas. So it should be a good transit for the Capricorn ascendants. Best of luck for this transit. Next come Aquarius people. Aquarius is also Venus Yoga Karak planet for you. It is the 4th house lord and the 9th house lord. But Venus in the 7th is not a very good transit, not a very good one. Again, you can strike up some relationship, because see, it is everything is about partnership, the 7th house. Whether business partnership, whether life partner, whether some extra out of the marriage things, or some you want to get into a marriage. You can feel a little agitated in your brain. That can happen. Venus in the 7th house is not very good results over here, not very good results. So keep a tab on the things, and it is aspecting your 1st house where Saturn is there. Saturn is already creating a lot of problem for your 7th house. If already you have a problem in your marriage going on or in your partnership going on, Saturn can create a lot of problems, because it is the Leo house. Now Venus has come into the Leo house. It is not friend with the Sun, and the Sun is in the 8th house of Virgo. All these things together can create some turmoils, ups and downs, restlessness in the 7th house area regarding 7th house matters. So you can overindulge yourself. You can feel to get out of this position, this rut. See, again, Aquarius people, I don't feel very good when I'm telling these things. But the problem is that when a transit is telling you such, be cautious of it. Venus is a good planet for you all, very Yoga Karak planet. But do remember, Saturn is sitting on the ascendant. Whether, yes, Saturn's Mool Trikon, own Rashi, but problem is that whenever Saturn is sitting on the ascendant, it is not an easy time that you're going through. Certain hindrances, certain, criticism, certain in detail thing, retrograde Saturn, you have to ponder on things. You just cannot take things lightly. And it is seeing your 7th house. 7th house matters are not getting a boost. That is the problem. Even Jupiter is seeing your 7th house. 7th house Jupiter is not a good planet for you. Saturn is looking into its enemy Rashi, and now Venus has come into Leo. A lot of unsettled mind can happen with relationship. Don't take a decision at this time. Wait for the time to pass. Just wait, because if you take a decision at this point of time, good or bad, it is not the right time to go for any relationship, to take a decision regarding relationship. Wait for it. Lot of problems, lot of energy piled up in the Leo house, which is your 7th house. It is supposed to be a very soft house of relationship. So be a little cautious of that. Every positivity is good to be told. Whether I say or not, positive things will happen. But I emphasize a little bit on the negativity, because to be a little forewarned, nothing else. So hope you handle this situation properly. Otherwise, I feel when Venus goes into your 8th house, or if you can have a good judgment of the 7th house, your partnership and all, it will not be too much of trouble. Thank you. Now last come the Pisces ascendant. Pisces ascendant, it is the 8th house lord and it is the 3rd house lord. So Venus is not a good planet for you, and it is coming into the 6th house. 6th house is no good place for Venus. This 1 month you have to be very cautious about your health. You should follow a regime, because Saturn is in the 12th house. Saturn is in the 12th house. It is looking at the Leo house, which is again the Rogrin Shatru, and Venus is now here. Venus is not at all comfortable. In the 6th house, the enemies can flare up suddenly. You can have some kind of a deceit, because the Leo house is getting aspect of Rahu also till the 30th of October. So be wary of things, and Venus gives certain diseases like reproductive organs diseases, kidney diseases, also certain venereal disease. All these diseases Venus can give. So now most priority is the health. 12th Saturn, 6th Venus, every priority is the health. So be very cautious, otherwise money will just flow out. It's not that it will be you have to, maybe if you have to go for a treatment, then money will just flow out, because Venus is looking into your 12th house also, and Saturn is already there. So it is an expense house. So be very cautious about your health. From the health point of view, it is not a good transit. And if there is court cases and all, be a little cautious about it, be a little calm about it. Don't run into conclusions. If you want to file a case, not immediately, not just wait for some days. So let the Jupiter go direct, because Jupiter is your Lagna Lord. It is retrograde, though it is looking in the 6th house, but wait for things to be a little better. This is not the right time. When Saturn is aspecting the 6th, when Venus is in the 6th, and the 6th house is a Leo house, enmity with Venus and Saturn, this is not the right time to take any decisions regarding the 6th house. Whether it's a loan, whether it's a litigation, whether it's your, only if you have a running disease, it should be checked by the doctors, and you should come to a conclusion. It will take some time to heal, but give that time, and try to go with the energy of the planets, what the planets are telling at this point of time. Otherwise, once Jupiter goes direct, it is a better time for you. As of now, you should be a little cautious about the transits that is happening. Mercury is also in the 6th house now. Then Mercury will go into your 7th house. So see, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, these are not very great planets for Pisces, ascendant or moon sign. So be a little cautious. I end my video over here. Thank you for watching, all of you. Hope this Venus transit gives a good boost to the areas where Venus is transiting. I'll come back with the next video soon. Thank you.